Rigger, roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. He's on it.
Keep going, keep going.
Hi, this is Captain Pete Alex, Vision Quest Sport Fishing, and today I'm going to talk to you about my preferred setup for lead core fishing for salmon and trout. For starters, let's talk about the rod and reel setup. This is a 7-foot Talora medium fast action rod and a Tekota 700 reel. So let's start with the assembly. For starters, we're going to pretend we have an empty Tekota 700 reel here. First item we're going to install is 50-pound Power Pro Super Braid backing. Once we have this installed, using an Albright knot, we are going to splice in about 125 feet of 25-pound high-vis gamma gold copal. Some anglers will go directly from the Power Pro backing right to the lead core. I like to splice in this high-vis line. It does a couple things for me. One is I'm able to see my lines as they go out. I'm able to see as fish come in once we get into the backing. When we've got fish hooked up, sometimes we gamble and we'll try and set another line out, so I'm able to see where this fish is coming in at versus where my line is going out if I choose to try and deploy a line if a salmon's not behaving too badly. Second is planer board releases. Power Pro or Super Braid is very difficult to keep attached into clips. Okay, you get a lot of false releases unless you really bury it. The beauty of a copal or a monofilament line is they work way better with a pinch pad or a rubber band type release. Now another option in lieu of the Power Pro, and if your reel has a large enough capacity, you can simply tie, a monofilament, or in this case, a high-vis gold 25-pound backing directly from the reel all the way to the lead core. Again, depending on the reel size that you have, this Tekota 700 can actually hold plenty of line. So if I choose to go straight monofilament or copal line backing directly to lead core, this reel has the capacity to do that. Some guys, if they're trying to put a 10 core setup on a smaller reel, need to splice in a Power Pro line because it doesn't consume reel capacity. Once you have your lead core on your reel, next step is to tie your leader material. Again, using the VQ knot, we're going to attach, basically we have two options here. I could attach strictly fluorocarbon to my lead core. I'll attach 20 to say 30 feet of either a 20-pound or a 25-pound fluorocarbon material. I'll use 20-pound or even 16-pound when I'm strictly spoon fishing, but I'll beef up to 25-pound when I'm fishing attractors off my cores or J-plugs, or it gets to be stager time when I want that extra insurance of a heavier line. So that's one option, from lead core straight to your snap using nothing but fluorocarbon. The other option, and this is a way you'll save a few pennies, is to, once you've got your lead core on, using a VQ knot, you could splice in about 20 feet or so of a quality monofilament like this gamma copal, and then use an inline spro to attach about 10 or 12 feet of your preferred leader material. So that's a second way, which will save you a few pennies, to attach your leader to your lead core. So today I've talked to you about basically how I do my lead core setup for Lake Ontario salmon and trout trolling. There's a lot of ingredients here. You could simplify it if you've got reel capacity. You can simply remove the Power Pro and you can go strictly, a quality backer material. My preference would be a gold or a high-vis 25-pound for my backer. Secondly, we've got 27-pound Stealthcore lead core. And then you could simply go to whatever fluorocarbon you prefer, whether it's 16 or 20 or 25-pound fluorocarbon. So you'd have about a 30 or 25 foot leader fluorocarbon. In this case, 10 colors of 27-pound lead core, and then your reel filled off with the balance of a quality backing material. So that simplifies it. If you have a reel that is short on capacity and you're worried about being spooled by a mega king on Lake Ontario, then you can interject 50-pound Power Pro straight to the lead core, or you can splice on a segment of gold or high vis 25-pound copal material for visibility, some things I discussed. Your 27-pound Stealthcore, and then again, two options. You can go direct leader from your lead core to your snap swivel or snap, or secondly, you can splice in to your lead core a segment of 20-pound minimum gamma, copal, or monofilament, spro, tiny swivel, and then your fluorocarbon of choice at that point. There's a few more steps involved this way, but again, if you've got smaller reel capacity and you're trying to get more line by injecting the Power Pro because the diameter is small, that's how I would do it.